Okay. Hello?
Hi there.
Yes, hello. Um, I am here recording. If you found this, good job. Um, this is the first episode of my third podcast, and it'll be called, I'm assuming right now, Young Brain 2. And if you are here, I highly consider to check out my original podcast, Young Brain. It has 3 episodes, and some issues occurred where I couldn't continue, but now we're here. And I have a guest for my first episode. Hello, Jasper.
Hi there. Hi.
Yeah. So, are you excited to be here?
I am excited to be here.
I know it's so happy. I know you've been having a great week. You know, just fantastic. I'm definitely not saying that just because I can. Yeah, but we're here. So again, if you didn't see my original podcast, do go check that out because I will be mostly going to be taking. I'm going to be continuing. So like I'm not going to be talking about things that I talked about there. There are definitely some stories you might want to hear. So um so Jasper, may I ask you about how the Eagles are doing right now?
Oh, they did great at their last game.
Yeah, I know. What was the score again?
Oh, I think it was definitely 100 Eagles, 0 49ers.
You're close. You're close.
Sure. I think 103 Eagles.
I see. um, for your information, if you guys don't know, he is an Eagles fan. I'm a Bills fan, and I'm very happy that the Eagles lost. I'm very happy.
Hey, that's rude.
Oh, sorry, I'm not happy. I'm very joyous to take that about it.
But do you remember when you kind of lost to us when we played you?
Hey, it was 1 point. It was a 1 point game. It was a 1 point
And
game.
yeah, and you guys were not the smartest and went for 2.
Because okay. If you guys
And
listening to this,
I'm saying the Eagles would have won if Elliott wasn't off in Dreamland.
yeah, Elliot is except you decided to keep him. You're just lucky enough that your team is competent enough to fire Kevin Patullo because he's
True.
stupid. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think that. Do you have an opinion on Sirianni at all?
Not really.
So, you think he should be fired or not?
I don't know. We definitely need. I'd say 50-50. Like, he does good things, he does bad things.
I know a great weak spot there is with players. He definitely doesn't get along with them very well.
No, he does not.
Have you seen the backstage clip of him after the Bills game where he was like chanting and like everyone looked very embarrassed?
I did not see that.
Well, it is hilarious because I don't think the team liked him. But
Now,
opinions on the AJ Brown performance in that playoff game?
so I don't know why he decided to eat like a block of butter and get it on his gloves before the game, but
Yeah, I will say though, I as a Bills fan should not be talking about wide receivers as we just lost 2, and we currently have 3 or like 4 starting receivers along with one we just signed to our practice squad. So yeah.
well, I know you don't follow college football as much, but do you know anything about the Penn State performance recently after?
I don't know because I've only been keeping up with the playoffs. So what happened?
Well, you heard all the stuff about our coach being fired.
Yes, obviously James Franklin.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Because we had to. We kind of didn't make it to the playoffs, which we always do, which is really sad. Like, we're known for being a good team, and I think we barely won this season. I think we had more losses than wins this season, which doesn't happen.
Did you win your bowl game?
Huh?
Did you win your bowl game?
Did we win our what?
Your bowl game.
No.
No? Dang. I can't be talking though, because I'm an LSU fan, and we lost to Houston in the. I mean, we're playing Houston in the Texas Bowl, so I don't think that was very fair. Like, we're playing a team from Texas in the Texas Bowl. I mean, like, come on. What are we doing?
Home field advantage.
Yeah. Like, home state advantage. Like, we got, like, they have an entire, like, load of kilometers of advantage. Like,
I don't think that's how it works.
Yeah. Is there? Do you think that? I know Drew Aller is entering the NFL draft this year. Who do you think, or how do you think your quarterback position is gonna be?
I don't know. Because I do really like Drew Aller, but...
Now, do you
Drew
think?
Aller...
Sorry.
Huh? What'd you say?
Oh, I was gonna say, since now that the Oregon quarterback, I don't remember his name, but he is not going to be in the draft. Do you think that's going to boost Drew Aller's draft prospect enough for other teams?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I hope Drew Aller's a very good quarterback. He was one of the main reasons why Penn State is good.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. Do you think that their bad performance this season was also because of the loss of players like Abdul Carter on the defense? Or do you think it was James
yes.
Franklin?
I think it was James Franklin.
Fair enough.
Fun fact, when we were watching Penn State win a game, our Christmas tree did fall over right after they won.
I guess that's a bad thing.
I mean, I guess our Christmas tree was just so happy it decided to fall over. It just fainted of excitement.
No, yeah, my Christmas tree doesn't fall over. I think you either have a Christmas tree that's like really, really like excited, or you just have a Christmas tree that's like having seizures. Either one.
Speaking of Christmas, the release of Stranger Things. How do you like that?
Oh, yeah, they did. I liked it a lot. The part to most popular opinion. I did enjoy season 5. You?
Fun fact, I started the Stranger Things about a month before the final episode released, so I was like trying to binge watch it as much as possible so I would finish it.
I got Netflix around like 2024, I think, or like 2025, and I'm pretty sure I managed to binge watch Stranger Things in under a week or something, which is like doesn't seem like possible, but to the point of where I was watching it, like I got like many sleepless nights because I was just trying to watch it. Because this was at the time where we didn't know when season 5 was coming out, so I'm like, I want to get this out before I can finish it. Turns out it was just coming out like a good 10 months later.
Yeah, well, really, it took 2 years because the last one came out basically almost 2 years because it came out at 8 o'clock midnight.
Yeah, I mean technically,
I didn't even finish. I didn't finish season 5 until I had like 2 more episodes, and I finished 2 episodes on January 1st.
Yeah, I also a thing about watching. I need to ask your opinion on something, but first, it's volume 1. I think was very good, but I think that a lot of the hate comes from that everyone put, and I got a lot of likes from this on social media from this, but my opinion is that so many people after volume 1, after spoiler alert, Will has powers. After he gets powers, everyone puts so much high expectations on volume 2, and they're like, oh my gosh, all this is gonna happen, and they started theorizing to where they made so much stuff up in their minds that they're just like, okay, so all this is going to happen, and then when it didn't, they were upset.
Speaking of theories, what about the theory of people saying the 9th episode would come out on January 7th?
The confirmed gate theory is dumb.
Which I did not believe in, but did hope it was true.
I would have been happy if it was true, just because I would like to see more. But I'm also just kind of happy that it didn't, because I don't know how if you made a fake finale, I think that'd be stupid, because I think that means that everything was dumb, which means that all of the usage of all this stuff, all the character deaths, all the character development, you have to get rid of all of that and then either continue off of the finale, which literally fast forwarded was 18 months, and for no reason. It would have made no sense theoretically.
And people, if that did happen, they would release an episode, and people would be like, "Guys, I found out they're releasing a 10th episode."
Yeah, if they wouldn't have liked it, they would have just prayed for more. And I'm
They
gonna
would just
say the Duffers have been saying a lot of stuff in interviews that have not been appealing to most people, which I'm not gonna speak on. They've been saying cut this out off camera, all this stuff. Apparently, Netflix cut out 2 hours of footage from Volume 2. Don't know if it's true or not, but there's been a lot of controversy, I should say, and not a lot of people are liking that.
Yeah, definitely Volume 2 was better than Volume 1 in my opinion. Volume 1 is just the kids biking around.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah. That's the whole plot of them. I saw this thing, I found it, 2 Truths and a Lie, and it's like Will, and it goes, the roll, it was a 7. True! The roll, it was a 7. True. The Demogorgon, he got me. True. Well, see you tomorrow. Lie.
Yeah, that's definitely But something I also want to kind of point out about because you said you like Volume 2 better than Volume 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Volume 2, season episode 7, so many people disliked it. It has a 5.5 rating on IMDb ratings.
Oh my god.
It's so bad. And people have hated on it. And every episode has an average of an 8.2, I think, something like that, which I think is so dumb. And it probably wouldn't be that.
You say you don't like it, but then you binge watch and recommend it to other people.
Yeah, you binge watch it, so you're like, oh my gosh, I hate this show. And then but you're still one to binge watch it and then go on things and post about how much you hate it. And then people have been because they hate season 5 so much, they've been boosting up season 2, episode 7, the controversial episode until season 5. And they've been boosting that up so that can not be the lowest rated episode anymore. It's just
my favorite, season 3, best season in all of Stranger Things. Most movement happening.
Yeah, I probably need to rewatch the show one more time, just because I haven't rewatched it. I've rewatched it once, and that's just with my mother because she likes the show as well, and I don't like to watch it with her because I'm a talker when I watch stuff for the first time.
My sister never watched Stranger Things, so the very first episode she ever saw was the season finale. And she did not understand. What are these people? What are these weird looking flower faces people?
Why is everyone cheering that this guy's got his shirt? Why is everyone so happy?
Okay, but the allegations about the 9th episode, I'll give it to them 75%. Okay, I understand.
Okay.
The one where the orange things and people say it's the. My main thing is everyone looked like everyone was sitting and standing like Henry would.
Yeah, I don't think the Duffers did it on purpose, with this stuff. I think they just did it, accidentally. And then people who, delve too much into it are okay, this is something. This is something that we gotta focus on. And again, it's...
Yeah, I still wonder about the thing in the credits where it said JK9, it said JK59. Or JK95.
JK95. That, again, probably just something written in there that I know people when it hits September, they're gonna be like, oh, new episode of Stranger Things coming out, new season coming out. So dumb. So
is the new thing coming out in the 5th day of the 9th month of the year?
Yeah, but something else I need to ask you is, what's your opinion, and how well do you think the new actors and actresses I guess are gonna turn out? Because I mean, people like Millie Bobby Brown have definitely had a big uproar in their acting since Stranger Things. But then there's like these newer actors, like I guess Sadie Sink and stuff, who have just like who that was like their first main project, and they're going to start coming into newer stuff. Like, how do you think like these actors are going to pan out?
I definitely think with like just like the massive like uproar of Stranger Things that a bunch of action companies are just gonna want them. But you think about it, they spent basically their whole childhood on the Stranger Things set.
I know it's kind of crazy, but some like newer movies I guess are Caleb McLaughlin, Lucas's actor, will be starring in the Goat movie animated. Um, Sadie Sink I think is directing a movie or starring in a movie about her one Broadway play. I don't know all the details because it's not stuff I
Interest.
think about all the time.
What about thing with Joe Keery, Steve's,
See,
his song "Beating Fate of Opella" on the charts?
oh yeah, he's been doing great on the charts.
If anyone wants to know, it's "End of Beginning."
Yeah,
It's like the song. If you probably heard it on edits like "Remember 24."
yeah,
Probably heard it on edits.
yeah. A lot of people, I kind of feel bad for him just a little bit of a way because anything that he posts now is going to be, oh my gosh, you're Steve, or people who haven't watched anything goes, oh my gosh, you're the end of beginning guy. And it kind of sucks, but in the same way, I don't fully feel bad for him because he doesn't seem to mind it at all.
Yes. I think Joe Keery has a very big action career ahead of him.
Oh yeah,
I think Millie Bobby Brown and Joe Keery are definitely probably going to have like two of the biggest acting careers.
yeah. Someone else though, or two other people, I guess. There's one person that interests me, but there are two other people who I think are definitely gonna have a bright future. The two people who I definitely think are gonna have a bright future is Derek and Holly as actors and actresses. Jake Connolly for Derek and Nell Fisher for Holly. Those actors,
Yeah.
they're gonna have a great future.
Oh, I have to ask you a Stranger Things question. If you could bring back one dead person, who would it be
Ooh,
and why?
okay. If I had to have one dead person, okay, I'm not gonna count 11. I'm gonna say this. I do think she died. I don't believe. I'm sorry, everyone. I don't believe.
Okay, I believe the theory of 11.
I know. Yeah, pick a side. Me or Jasper. Okay, but I do think that I don't believe. I don't think. I do think 11 died. I'm not going to count her because I just don't. I don't resonate as much with 11 as I do with the other characters, in a way. But if I had to pick one, oh, this is difficult because so many people have died. I'd probably say, what's their name? I can't remember. I'm being dumb. No, I'm actually being stupid. I can't remember their name.
Who?
No, like I can't remember. It's from season 3. Alexi,
The guy.
that guy.
See, that's my answer too, Alexi.
I think it's not because I just think it's because he could have actually played into like he could have been so helpful, especially with like the military in seasons 4 and 5, because he's
yes.
been working in science and tech. He definitely could have helped them out with that stuff. But
And I think, spoiler, he could have helped with like his he could have helped with what's his name escape from the Russia prison.
Hopper,
Yeah, Hopper's escape from the Russian prison.
yeah, that definitely would have helped. And I just think that he was just so like he didn't deserve it. He got roped into this, and then his former, I guess, boss or whatever, Grigori, just shoots him cold blood, and then no one around him cares. But okay, now we are 20 minutes in, and I do have something to say. If you haven't watched Young Brain, like I said, do. If you have, in the third episode, I introduced a new thing called like Song of the Pod or whatever. I don't really know. That's to me where I play a song for like a good 20, 30 seconds. And hope the weird volume doesn't like stop or whatever. Hopefully it continues. Can you still hear me, Jasper?
Yes, I can.
Okay, we should be good. If you can hear the song, that's good. So we came up with this yesterday. Let's see if I can find it here in a moment of time. Volume is good. All right, this is a song. If you can't hear it, I apologize, and that sucks. But song of the pod. Here we go. Okay, song of the pod. Golden from K-pop Demon Hunters. Not my choice. I'd like to explicitly say that. Jasper, why did you want that song to be it?
Because it's amazing, and everybody, right after this podcast, if you have not already, go watch K-pop Demon Hunters on Netflix.
Are you talking to me?
Everyone listening. Yes, and you're listening to me, so yes. It will change your life.
Yeah, I haven't watched K-pop Demon Hunters, but I've listened to the music, I guess, technically. I've listened to 2 songs. Golden and I guess Soda Pop. And Golden, I'll say Golden I do enjoy. Now, Soda Pop not as much, but it's okay. But yeah. Oh man. What I was saying though, about before I kicked into like that weird segment thing, I do want to bring up though about like one person from Stranger Things, I guess, that I'm interested in seeing for the future. Not because like they're not young. Winona Ryder, had a great like career in the '80s with stuff like Heather's Beetlejuice and like stuff like that. And then after her 2001 shoplifting scandal, went off of like television until Stranger Things, basically. And now it's kind of like risen back into like popularity, being in like Beetlejuice 2 or whatever, or Beetlejuice. What do you think's going to be looking in front of her in the future?
What actor were you talking about? Couldn't hear what you said about the actor's name.
Winona Ryder.
I mean, she's definitely starred in like some big movies.
Yeah.
So like, I definitely think she has that good like track record ahead of her. Like, she definitely could like get into a bunch of things. Like Beetlejuice is a very big classic for everyone.
Definitely.
You're Beetlejuice unless you're a scientist, which scientists would think of the star. You're probably going to think of the movie.
Yeah. If he can like continue to like get more jobs, and if she wants to continue acting, then I think that's a great path for her. I just think that unless she like doesn't want to, then she doesn't have to. I just think that I don't think she would have been in Stranger Things if it wasn't for the 2001 scandal.
Yeah.
Which, what I also want to say is that Winona, she has made like her name as one of the best actresses of the 80s and 90s, I guess. And then since she's gonna end up coming back into fame since from 2016 to now, she's gonna either be in like remakes of movies, definitely, like spin-offs of stuff like Beetlejuice. She's going to be in it.
Yes. What do you think about Holly's development? Because the first 4 seasons, she basically didn't exist and was shown like once a season. But then season 5, she was basically the main character. She was one of the main characters.
Yeah, definitely. I do enjoy Holly as a character. I also think that the development was kind of like I've seen people say online, you need to separate the character from the actor/actress because they're very different. Because a lot of people support Nella Fisher the same like I do. They definitely enjoy her acting, but a lot of people are also, but a lot of people think that they just like the actress, so they don't not thinking about the character, which I disagree with. Because if you think about it in a direct standpoint, if Holly wasn't as big of a character as she was, Max probably wouldn't have gotten out of Vecna's mind.
Oh yes. Speaking of getting out of her mind, what do you think about all the memes about the jokes of Max running very slow?
I think that is. I mean, Sadie Sink and Jimmy Fallon said the same thing. Like, why didn't you run faster? And I do think that it's a little much, but something I feel like she definitely could have ran faster. I just think the Duffers were definitely trying to re-imitate the running up that hill from season 4.
Yeah, they
And
were trying to like add more suspense almost to it. They wanted you to be like, "Come on,
yeah,
go, go."
but I do think though that a lot of people hate on the where she's like giving a speech to Holly, which is definitely something very dumb. And the reason it's dumb is because, in my opinion, it's dumb because the whole point that they just realized about this is that they didn't need music. And a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, the music's gonna run out. It ran out. The portal closed. The reason the portal closed is because the music turned off and Lucas let go for her hand to turn it off. Robin, Vicky, Lucas, and Max, I guess, were hiding. And so Lucas was basically cuddling her, I guess. Which means that he wouldn't have the portal wouldn't have been able to close unless the Demodogs killed Lucas, I guess, and Max. But the reason she stalled is because, and even she said this to Holly. She was like saying, I have Lucas, like I don't need the music. And then, of course, Holly was like, well, I don't have a boyfriend. You didn't need a boyfriend. She just needed to think about, home. Which, again, no, none of these people consider. They're just like, oh, this is dumb. They don't consider about the details that were added in.
Well, yeah. Fun fact: you know her coma scenes where she literally did nothing.
Sorry?
She was being she. Do you know her scenes in season 4 and 5 where she's just in a coma?
Yes.
She was getting paid more than most high-paying jobs do in a year per episode.
Yeah, I think that's just because most episodes she was also kind of in the season 1 and 2 or episodes 1 and 2. I guess she probably didn't even get paid as much, but episode and 3, I guess technically, like episode 4 and beyond, she definitely should be getting paid. Sadie should be getting paid the same because
Yes.
she was starring like normal.
Just like the amount of money Stranger Things was reeling in.
Yeah, and
And they
also,
had lots of support from their community.
oh yeah, I mean definitely.
I have yet to watch the documentary on how they made it.
Me
Currently
too.
watching I'm currently watching Pawn Stars, so I would like to finish Pawn Stars before I watch that.
You're watching Pawn Stars.
Yes, it's awesome. I learn history.
Okay, but something else that you had said about Holly's development, I think that it was like I said, necessary because of needing, because to get Max out of the trance, and then also though, how would they implicate getting to Vecna, and how would they implicate the Upside Down being a wormhole without the kids and Holly? Because if the kids weren't there, there would have been no connection for Will to go to the playground. He wouldn't exactly have learned about all of Derek and stuff. Derek wouldn't have been saved, which means all the kids wouldn't have probably ended up with the military, which would have led to a whole nother thing of just bad stuff. So Holly's
Yeah.
development was basically necessary for the plot.
Yes, but yeah. Exactly. I think the wormhole was definitely a big breakthrough for them.
Yeah, it's I think strange to consider about it being a wormhole, and you're like, wow, so this entire time it's not been a different version of Hawkins, it's just been a wormhole. Seriously, which sounds like bad, but it's not. It's genuinely, it's a good way to like connect Upside Down, Dimension X, and Hawkins all together.
And I think the military invading Hawkins was definitely like a good way to add like more suspense and like elongate almost like the season
Yeah.
because they had to like prepare more things.
Something else that I want to say now, I kind of want to know if you're watching. I kind of want to know your opinion. So if you're on Spotify and you can leave a comment, kind of do it because I kind of want to know your opinion. In the final scene, when they all are saved and they kill Vecna or whatever, and they come down and they're in like the van, and Murray's like, "All right, let's start this thing," and then they twist it and they start playing Windows Kraken Prince, which again, fun. They dropped very amazing. They're amazing. Needle drops in the final episode, but when they were doing that, I completely forgot about Kay in the military. But the funny thing was, I was concerned for the final episode. I'm like, what about Max and Vicky? But I never thought about the military.
Well, yeah, and like going back, just like a quick going back to like the theory about like the ninth episode and people being like, well, they just let the kids go, and people are forgetting that this is a TV show and rules don't apply to people, main characters.
Yeah.
Laws just don't apply to them.
Also, something that I kind of want to point out in the final scene when the military came there, I was like, oh great, we're. But the funny thing was, Holly was like one of my favorite characters in season 5, and so when I was like, oh god, what's going on? They like ripped her out, and they were like tugging on her arms. I'm like, okay, so we're just gonna rip her apart limb by limb. I'm like, oh my gosh, because she's like supposed to be 11, I guess. Like canonically, she's like 8, but she's like 11, I guess. So she's just getting like tugged on by her arms and like pulled, and like she's screaming. I think one of the arms is Nancy, one of the other arms is like some like military guy, and I'm like, okay, like, and also the hate toward Lucas was crazy. Like he wasn't even doing anything, and they were just bashing him into the van.
Yeah. Well, another reason, going back to my opinion about her not dying, first of all, they were doing like the speaker things that would usually make her go like start crashing out.
Yeah.
Well, she didn't start crashing out while they were playing the sound thingies.
Yeah. Anything that you say about season 5 and like these things can be like debunked with something else, and what you debunk it with can be debunked, and it's basically just like an ongoing loop about things. So it's hard to like pinpoint an actual thing. And I'm gonna say I am a very big season 5 supporter, but I think the Duffers leaving Eleven's death up to the fans is a very bad move.
And another weird thing about the whole thing about like being hard for Will because it's a hive mind, but then the second they attack Vecna, he just doesn't take damage.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's a hive mind, so where are the Demogorgons?
Yeah, that was something. I think that again, the Duffers have in interviews been saying like, "Oh, well, we kind of."
They wanted to focus on the main character.
Yeah, which people hate it. I try not to put as much hate as I can, because like the more hate that I put on, it's just like the more I'm siding with people who hate the show, and I like am not a hater of the show. So I try to look at the positive things. But I think
I wish they would have had the Demogorgons come just to elongate the fight scene. I felt it was too short.
Yeah, definitely.
I felt with the Demogorgons and Demodogs coming, they definitely could have made it like more intense and long.
I honestly think though, I came up with this thing. I think they should have killed either one or two main characters. I'm not mad that they didn't. I'm not. I think that they should have, and the one person I think they should have killed was especially for like if I'm thinking about like how the show went, I think what they should have done was killed Nancy when she's fighting the Mind Flayer. And the reason is, if we had Demogorgons, Demodogs, even Demobats, I don't care. If we had all of them, like they go to like come out of the Upside Down to into Dimension X, which is where they originally lived, to stall like the kids, and like they have weapons, so they could kill them. What they do is they go to stall the kids, and then what happens is they kill them. But like the mind flare is already like kill Nancy.
Well, I also think like I could see them killing because Nancy obviously had a stronger pull towards Jonathan.
Oh, I mean,
I could see
yeah.
I could see them killing off Jonathan and then having Steve be there to comfort her.
No, I'm a Jancy shipper, I guess it is. I don't. I'm a Jonathan Nancy person, but maybe it's just because I like Jonathan the best out of everyone. Maybe it's just that, but it's okay.
Or I could have seen like Steve dying, so then what's Dustin going in to sacrifice himself?
I honestly genuinely think, which is like this is kind of like a dangerous thing. If Steve would have died, I genuinely think Dustin would have, even if he couldn't grab his arm, I think Dustin would have jumped after him.
Oh yes, definitely.
I
Well,
mean, like,
remember, you die, I die.
yeah, he would have. I think at first he would have been like, oh, because I think in the moment he would be like, "Oh my God, no!" But then I think he's like, "Oh well, I'm not doing this. I just lost one of my best friends. Now I have another best friend. I'm just gonna jump after him too." You know. Also, that Steve scene actually gave me a heart attack.
It did to me too. I was like, so like yeah, they would have. When they did it, I thought like he was already too far away from the hand. I swear he like teleported back up. He was way too high up.
Yeah,
He felt like at least like a good 3 feet, and then he was like a foot off of it when they cut back to it.
yeah. I think it also could have been like the second they cut away, Jonathan like reached down to grab him and like pulled him up as the thing went. It could have been like that. I don't know. But I'm being serious. I could, if you could show me that Steve scene any day, and I will still get chills from it.
Well, fun fact, do you know Henry Creel?
Yeah.
That fun. After every scene, he would actually like comfort all the kids and like make sure that they were okay, because he was obviously very scary.
Yeah.
Also, what do you think about that meme with Lucas turning into like a furry for a couple seconds after he tripped?
Yeah. I think that's. I don't think that's. Again, I don't like to point out like things like that. I'm not a person who likes to make fun of things, except for Millie Bobby Brown's lip filler. That is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Get rid of it.
What?
In a season 5, and kind of a little bit before that, 11 has so much lip filler, it's insane. And but the thing about Lucas, I guess, like crawling like that, it's not about the fall. I think they probably wouldn't have used that. I'm assuming he would have like ran normally. But I think since Caleb probably was like rushing in the scene like to run, I think he just kind of tripped over that, and the rest of the acting went well, and they thought that was the best take. So they're just like, okay, we'll use this. I don't think the fall was like, or like the run was something that was the most important. I think the most important thing was the rest of like the acting and stuff. That's why I think focusing on the run just again takes away from things, but it's okay.
Well, fun fact, when I first saw the video, I actually thought it was AI.
You thought it was AI?
When I first saw the video, because I could not just, it just looked so AI to me.
Sure, I guess. Yeah.
Because I could just not see them putting that in. But you gotta at least something fun in. And a fun fact, I believe that was the Duffer Brothers' first production ever.
Stranger Things? Maybe.
Yes. I think, and it like blew up.
That's good, I guess. Yeah.
And now I think they have a big thing ahead of them.
Yeah. Their contract with Netflix is expiring though, so I think that if it hasn't been proved already, that all like the secrets of the future spin-offs are like they're not happening, you know? But
Well, if they would release a spin-off, it would get traction for the first week, and people would be like, wait, these aren't the original characters. I don't like this.
yeah, they are doing the Tales of 85 thing, I think. I don't know for sure, but I think they are doing that for sure. I think that they're not gonna have the same actors. I really want them to do is like I don't know, like 10 years time. What you should do, get all of the actors, and this you need to get all the young kid actors from the final scene where they go into like the Wheeler's basement. Like it's like Holly, Debbie, Derek, Josh, and the one other girl whose name I can never remember. All of them, get them together and just do like a show just about their life in Hawkins after the Upside Down. Like it doesn't have to be.
Name it like Stranger Things 2 or like a fun like not Stranger Things 2 or something like that.
Yeah, I think what you could do is you could just make it like a show, or it could just be like about after Hawkins. Because I think if you do have like those kids, and I think though a good way to do that is if like those actors blew up again, saying Jake, no, the other, like all them, if they like blew up, I think it'd be a little harder to do. But if they like don't have a career as many people are like expecting them to, I guess, then I think it'd work a lot better because I'd be like, oh yeah, they were in Stranger Things, and then they might like get back in the acting scene, or if they don't want to act, they don't have to do it.
Could you expect official Stranger Things video game coming out?
They have made like Netflix video games, I guess. An official Stranger Things video game, I don't know. What I think they should do is a Mortal Kombat Stranger Things. That'd be.
Oh yeah, I could see like a video game where the whole point of it is like going in the Upside Down and doing missions they would do in Stranger Things.
Yeah.
And you could play as different characters. So like 11, you could play as her. You would have powers, but like you would lose other things. Like you would lose a little bit of health whenever you lose your power because like her nose bleeds.
Yeah, I think what it also could be is like where you're different characters and like it's like a big game, and like yeah, I don't know, but like each like there'd be like 5 games, and each of them would be like one season, and for like each game, like there's multiple different chapters where you get to like play as each character through like out the episodes, and you just have to kind of like either do what they do or like it's or I feel like Joyce. It's like okay, hang the Christmas lights and contact Will in like season 1, you know, or like season 3, it's like Steve. It's like as like the beginning, it's like serve ice cream, like something like that.
And you could like do different things. You could be like, oh, I want to do this today, or I want to do this.
Yeah, something like that. And it'd be, I think like what you could do is like afterward for like each, you could just like play as any character and just like roam around Hawkins. But I think it'd have to be like an official Duffer Netflix combo.
Yes, but I think it would definitely be cool to see a Stranger Things 2.
Stranger Things 2. I think just because it's not going to have the original actors, I think people are just going to hate on it. I will watch it if they do make it because I'm interested to see what it's about. Again, what do I think it's going to do, and how is it going to incorporate plots from Stranger Things? I don't know. Because if they killed Vecna, if they killed the Upside Down, they killed the Mind Flayer, everything from that is gone. Or is it going to be like, oh, Brenner has a secret brother or like a secret relative who's also been conducting experiments in like Houston? And then they just like start doing that to where in Houston there's a whole nother dimension with this other person. And I don't know. If they did do it like that, I think they should have like a cameo from like Finn Wolfhard or Sadie or something like that.
Fun fact, Will and I forget what's Will's real name.
Noah Schnapp. Yep.
Noah and Millie Bobby Brown actually had a bigger, like a stronger connection in real life.
Yeah.
They were like platonic friends that like acted like they were dating, but they were just platonic friends.
Yeah. I definitely think though that a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, look at them, they should definitely date. First off, Noah, gay, which is fine. There's no problem with that. But okay, Millie has a husband who they have an adopted daughter with.
Like, you already have a daughter and a husband. Like, you're not dating him. I'm sorry. And like, the husband's fine with them like being friends.
Yeah.
Like, let them be friends.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, if I see you talking to one of your friends, I'm not gonna be like, you should totally marry him.
What? Like, what you're saying if, like, I was there and I was, like, with, like, Nathan and I was like, you should totally marry him? Even though you're dating, you know who?
I'm not dating anyone currently.
Currently. I know you're trying.
Rude.
Hey Jasper, I'm being nice. I'm not disclosing any info. I told my whole story.
You don't even know who I like. Nobody knows who I like right now.
Right now? Is it our principal? I knew it.
I don't have a crush on our big back guy principal.
I don't think you can say that. It's like if imagine like this podcast ended up like getting popular. Imagine he just sees this and hears you say that.
This is a joke, Mr. Popejoy.
Yeah. Also, though, no one knows who I like either. No one does.
I do.
No, I don't like her anymore. I mean, I guess technically, if I know, because I know there's no opportunity. Also, people, if you're listening, if you don't understand what's happening, go check out the second episode of Young Brain. You'll understand completely once you hear that. I mean, not completely, but
YOUNG space BRAIN.
yeah, what he said.
Young Brain. 2 words, people.
Yeah. So in case you don't do that right this second, I can give you like a very quick like glimpse of what it is. I kind of asked my crush out, and yeah,
Over text.
dude, I asked my crush out through text. But I do want to tell one story, probably before we end this podcast. Is it just was like the first time I didn't really do it, but I asked my crush out.
Fun fact, I told one of my friends I liked who I liked, and it spread through the entire school, and then guess who it spread to?
Me.
No, the girl I like.
Yeah, I know. And is that why it looks like you like disgusted? Not because it's you, just because. Yeah. Yeah, I think.
Fun fact, we do a musical. My old crush is now playing as a LaFille, and I'm Gaston.
Yeah, so like she has to like worship him. It's very.
If you guys don't know what that is, look up Beauty and the Beast. You guys are really not educated if you don't know who the LaFilles and Gaston are.
Yeah, you guys are not educated. Yeah,
if you don't know who those are, like, you shouldn't be on this app and listening to this.
No, you should be. You should be. I kind of need these. I think if you're listening to this and you don't know, you're welcome, because I kind of need it, because I'm not gonna get much traction. No, but yeah, we're you didn't know, we're in theater, aren't we, Jasper?
We are in theater. You
are
the butcher.
Yes, I'm the butcher.
Very big role.
I know, I'm very big. I have one line.
Hey, technically, you have like more singing than you have. Basically, the same amount of singing as the Beast.
Yeah, in case you didn't, we're young, so we can't do the actual Beauty and the Beast. But what we are able to do is we do the junior edition, where the Beast gets almost all of his lines cut and Maurice gets almost all of his lines cut. So yeah, it's crazy.
And it's basically Gaston and Belle. Just some main roles.
It's Gaston, Belle, and like Hogsworth and Lumiere. Those are the 4.
Yeah,
it should be Beauty and Gaston.
A supporting role.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy.
I'm like the middle. I'm at the start and the end, and the Beast has the middle.
Yeah, you're a start.
I think. Yeah, I have nowhere in the middle. Literally nowhere in the middle.
Yeah. The question though that I have is that there's so many roles to the point of like, who do you think is gonna mess up? Because I promise you, there's no way someone doesn't mess up that part. If you guys don't know,
I would definitely mess up at one point.
Who?
But that's the joy of me.
No, but
the joy of acting is getting to fix your mistakes mid-show.
Yeah, definitely.
You got to be able to improvise. Like the biggest thing is, like, you could be a director is gonna choose. Say you have the same singing level as someone. The director is gonna choose someone who can improvise better, because you don't want to just be standing there in silence awkwardly during the show. You might even have to add a line or skip a line.
Yeah. Especially like if there's missed dialogue and you're like, okay, and they're not gonna say it. It's like you just like skip ahead a few lines, you know?
Yeah,
So
like if you hear your song cue starting to come in, you'll like you'll end at a line that sounds good to end at. Because guess what? The audience doesn't have your script.
yeah, that also happened last year during the recording. Um, who was it? We did Rock of Ages Junior or Youth Edition last year, and our Lonnie and our Lonnie was talking. Or no, that doesn't sound good. Our Sherry was talking, and she didn't get all her lines out before you and the mother came out. It's okay
Yeah.
because there wasn't a problem with it because she ended on a good line.
Mm-hmm. You got to be able to add or cut lines.
Yeah.
Most of the time, you don't add a line. Most of the time, you'll just improvise or do something like you'll just keep doing the same thing.
Yep. Which I also suggest, if you are planning on doing something like acting or that, do not just stand there and stare if you're like in a song. Like you need to add some body movement.
Trust me, two people like at auditions, even if you're a little worse singer than someone, if you're actually adding movement and they're just singing, they're still, you're probably gonna get casted as the role.
Yeah, because they can help you. They can help you with the singing. They can help you with all the stuff. You have plenty of rehearsals.
And here's a very good advice from our director: at auditions or even just at practice, anytime you're acting, except if it's the show, like act as good as you can. Like our director says, they want you want to be able to be told, "Hey, maybe can we bring it down a little?" You don't want to be told, "Hey, can you maybe like bring it up a little?" You want to be told, "Hey, you can like calm it down a little," in a good way.
Yeah. I mean, to say that last year I kind of had to. So last year I had like a small role where I ran across the back of the stage and kind of screamed out a line. I didn't fully emphasize it as much as I wanted to, but for the second one I did, which worked out fine.
Yes, we have three performances. We have them on what, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Not this
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yes. But yeah, it's definitely good advice to like do stuff. And something that I definitely would go back and do though is probably also before I say that one more thing you need to do. Another thing, do not have your back toward the stage. I messed up with
Nope.
that a lot before, and it's definitely something you got to get used to. But never have your back toward the audience unless you are specifically told to by your director.
And the audience does not exist. That is a far out land of your imagination.
Yeah.
And if it's your first time, don't expect to be able to see your parents in the crowd. You can only see the first two rows, and then the rest of it is just the void.
Yeah. And if you're like nervous, don't look into the people's eyes. Just look at like the exit sign or whatever's deeper into the audience. Just stare out there.
Yeah. When I sing, I just look at like our exit signs. That's what I look at.
Yeah, because it's gonna benefit you.
The audience doesn't exist. Unless obviously you're told to like gesture to the audience or something.
Yeah, definitely. I think something that I also just want to bring out, which you're not going to probably understand from the audience. Our director, I like the idea of our director having Belle come from the audience. Can I say that?
Wait, are we doing that?
Oh, you might not have been there for that rehearsal. You might not have been there for that. Although I think you were. I overheard her talking. She said she might not have Belle come from the crowd.
From like at the start of the show?
Like after the narrator speaks, they might as Belle. Like we might have her like come from like somewhere in the audience. I don't know where. Maybe like the back doors.
Is this for like the are you talking what scene?
The opening scene. After the narrator speaks and Belle starts, like she'll come out, and then everyone will
That's
start going.
interesting.
"Wow." But yeah, I think that's a good idea.
I do get to say don't sign me on this. I'm not one of those weird people. I do get to say 6 or 7, but this means probably dead already. Nobody's gonna laugh
Yeah,
in the audience.
I'm very. Though people are gonna laugh though. Oh no. Wait. Hold on. What time do you What song do you or what? When do you say that?
I say that when I'm trying to like get Belle to marry me,
Oh,
like when I
dialogue.
go into her house,
It's dialogue.
and I say, well, like imagine this us in like a small town. Then I say we'll have 6 or 7 children.
Oh, great. Are you ready for some kid in the back of like the audience when you say it to just scream like some
Or like
8-year-old?
high schoolers there.
Oh, I'm a high schooler. Oh, it's gonna be crazy. No, I'm just happy. What songs do you think we're gonna perform for the when the kids are watching?
What do you mean?
Like when we're at the school performance. Like I think we're gonna do like
Ooh, they bet. I could see us doing Gaston.
I can see us doing Belle and Gaston.
How about this? We just don't do the school performance because it's. And guess what? Stage crew is the easiest part of the school performance. They literally just do nothing but they get out of class.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. But definitely, I definitely think we're probably gonna do Belle and Gaston just because Belle is like we always do something like an opening number, but I think we don't do an opening number always. But I think we're probably gonna end up doing an opening number for this one because there is not much to like get from it. I mean, there's Belle, and then Gaston exists. He wants to marry Belle. That's about all you learn.
Because like I don't like Belle and Gaston are kind of my 2 main scenes, and I don't want to look like the weird theater. We look like the weird theater kids when we do. Like the theater kids don't want to be there, and the school kids don't want to be there.
Yeah, it's definitely. I'll be honest. When because I didn't do the musical first year, in case you guys couldn't realize that, it's fine. When I watched it, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm going to do this. Go. Oh my gosh, going to this, and yeah, I did that. I went.
Did that get you? Like, did it get you to go to the performance?
Yeah, it did, definitely. I kind
Like,
of
would
like.
you have gone if you didn't see that?
Huh?
Would you have gone if you didn't see that?
Probably not. Probably because I just didn't know about it. Because there was like I got no info about it. But since I heard about it, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to it. Because
I swear we're gonna go to the high school next year, and the high school one's gonna be like bums, and then the middle school one's gonna be like the best one ever.
no, because like they're doing like a classic musical, right? Middle school next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. What musicals could they even do? They did Wizard of Oz.
Which is like the most prominent
That's like
old
the
musical ever.
classical musical. I'm just trying to think of a musical they could do that's like that able to like be done by young people. Because
Matilda.
huh?
Is Matilda classical though?
I mean, I'm assuming though. Matilda, problem.
Matilda could be classical, or they could do it for like the popular category the next year.
Yeah. Well, the popular categories for the high schooler, right? Or is that
No,
Disney?
we do like classical, modern, and Disney, I think.
So is Disney going to be the one for the high school next year? Is that?
No, high
No, it's
school's
gonna be.
different. I don't know what their rotation is.
We know it'd be modern, wouldn't it be? Because they just did classical Titanic, and then they did Disney this year with Anastasia.
Well, they did Titanic, but the year before they did Newsies.
Who knows? Well, we're gonna probably end this here, and if we want to, we can continue this conversation off the podcast. But goodbye. We'll continue for the next episode. Thank you for joining me, Jasper.
Yep, you're welcome.
And thank you for listening.